If you've ever heard a mocking voice whispering all your fears and failures to you, take a moment to realize you're not alone. We, as humans, often feel fear. It can be something as simple as a spider crawling nearby, or as complex as speaking in public. Or perhaps the fear runs deeper. Fear of rejection, loneliness, or failure. Fear doesn't need to be big and obvious to feel intimidating. Sometimes it's the silent voice that whispers in our ear, feeding on the uncertainties and doubts we keep hidden in the back of our minds. But have you ever stopped to think, is there a way to silence this voice of intimidation and conquer your inner fears? Yes, there is. And the answer might surprise you. It doesn't necessarily lie in modern therapies or medication. Instead, it can be found in a philosophy that's centuries old, Stoicism. Contrary to popular belief, Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or indifferent. Rather, it's a philosophy that teaches us how to live a life of mental tranquility and happiness, guiding us to accept life as it is, with all its ups and downs. By incorporating Stoicism into our daily lives, we can learn to control our fears and worries, cultivating the peace of mind and confidence needed to silence the voice of intimidation. The appeal of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require fancy tools or complicated techniques. All it takes is understanding, acceptance, and the willingness to change. In this video, we'll explore how you can use this timeless philosophy in your daily life, transforming your perspective on fear. So get ready for a journey of self-discovery and mental freedom. Get ready to uncover how Stoicism can silence the voice of intimidation and help you find the inner peace you've been seeking. In the next chapter, we'll delve deeper into the issue, exploring the inner fear and paralyzing anxiety that so many of us face in modern times. Together, we'll learn the power of silence and how, through wisdom, we can grow and evolve. As the motto of our channel says, in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. Welcome everyone to this space of wisdom and growth. This channel is a sanctuary where we learn and grow together, not just as individuals, but alongside one another. Today we'll dive deep into a topic that permeates every stage of our lives: relationship challenges. It could be that feeling of disconnection in a romantic relationship, the anxiety in the parent-child dynamic, or even the frustration built up in a toxic work environment. Relationship challenges are present in all aspects of our lives, often affecting our daily perspective and filling our minds with negative thoughts. These thoughts, like crucial lightning bolts, confirm fears and anxieties already rooted within us. Through photography or painting, they create dark images that taint our clear and beautiful vision of the world. And it's these negative thoughts and paralyzing anxiety that rise as barriers in our relationships, locking the door to true connection and genuine understanding. Imagine living in a world where you feel like a stranger in your own life, unable to fully express your feelings and thoughts. Where anxiety is so paralyzing that it stops you from truly living. I think we can all agree that such a scenario is something that must be resolved. Acknowledging this is the first step in any self-improvement journey. However, it doesn't stop there. The great benefit of addressing and combating these fearful thoughts and anxiety is that it grants us mental clarity. Such paralyzing shadows dissipate, allowing the light of discernment to shine through. With mental clarity, we can see relationship challenges for what they truly are, opportunities for growth and improvement. Of course, this isn't an easy journey, but as always, we're here to learn and grow, taking it one step at a time. In this space, we are a community united to face the challenges ahead. In the next chapter, we'll outline how relationship challenges affect our mental and emotional health. We'll talk about the depth of influence negative thoughts and paralyzing anxiety have on our daily lives, Moreover, we'll begin to unravel the internal fear and how it intimidates and paralyzes us. The wonderful news is that with this knowledge, we are empowered to take the next step, a step toward greater mental clarity and the courageous actions that await us. Remember, in silence, we learn, in wisdom, we grow. Stay tuned for the next part of this journey. Until then, keep learning, keep growing. In the journey we've traveled together as we understand the complex nature of our relationships, one thing stands out: relationship challenges and how they deeply and multifacetedly affect us. They have the potential to impact our mental health, emotional state, and even our behavior in ways we don't always realize. Think of it as a domino effect. A relationship challenge, like an unresolved argument with a loved one or a lost connection with a friend, can trigger a chain of reactions that do more than just scratch the surface of our well-being. They can create insecurities, spark anxiety, and generate a whirlwind of negative thoughts that can drown us in a sea of uncertain emotions. Let me tell you Maria's story. Maria was going through marital problems. One day, she realized she was avoiding social situations out of fear of discussing her relationship. This led her to feel apathetic and withdraw, leading to a state of isolation that drained her energy and affected her mental clarity. This is a real portrait of the impact of relationship challenges on our mental and emotional health. Let's dive deeper into one of the most problematic aspects of these relationship challenges: the spiral of negative thoughts and paralyzing anxiety that accompanies them. The thoughts we hold about ourselves, others, and our relationships, as psychological studies suggest, can become so ingrained that they alter the way we see and behave in the world. These are the roots we often ignore, the seeds of these negative thoughts and behaviors. If left unaddressed, they can grow and overtake our minds, choking out our optimism and enthusiasm for life. Thus, these negative thoughts and anxieties can transform normal relationship challenges into seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Now, let's explore this internal fear, this feeling that arises and develops within us. In many cases, this fear is so deeply rooted that it can intimidate us, silence our inner voice, and paralyze our initiatives. It can take the form of fear of rejection, change, loss, or even of opening up to others. It's okay to feel fear, but the problem arises when we allow fear to control us and limit our ability to act. Recognizing and understanding our fear is the first step to confronting it. Here we'll enter a crucial part of this chapter, where we'll weave together threads of hope and empowerment. How can we face internal fear and create mental clarity? How can we build a clear mental environment that motivates us to take productive steps in our relationships? The first step is to recognize your fear. Admitting that fear is present can be powerful, because only then can we begin to confront it. Next, we can use various techniques and strategies to combat this internal fear. Mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, or even breathing exercises can be helpful. Everyone has their own pace and needs a unique set of tools to build resilience. To create mental clarity, we must learn to silence the internal noise. This can be achieved by practicing meditation, keeping a journal, or engaging in activities that make us feel good. These are just a few ways, but the path is a wide spectrum of options you can explore. Understanding the challenges and learning to navigate through them is the real growth. Remember our motto: in silence, we learn; in wisdom, we grow. This growth, this learning, is what empowers us, and always respecting your own time and pace, you'll find it's possible to face relationship challenges and create a fuller, more meaningful life. We've come a long way together, exploring the daunting realm of negative thoughts and paralyzing anxiety. Both are monumental obstacles that seem endless or unsolvable. However, let us remember that those who stay firm in the darkness eventually find the light. Let's recap what we've learned in this video. We've examined our adversaries, negative thoughts, and paralyzing anxiety, avoiding the mistake of ignoring or running from them. By studying them, we uncovered their patterns, their weaknesses, and thus effectively addressed the root cause rather than just the symptoms. We shared the idea that it takes courage to look inward, find these internal enemies, and challenge them. I want you to remember the sense of light and liberation we described when overcoming this internal fear. Imagine an open space filled with light and fresh air. That is your mind free from the shadows of anxiety. When we eliminate the obstacle of such inhibiting fear, everything else becomes possible. With a clear mindset, we can open up to the world, connect with those around us, and face our relationship challenges with strength and courage. Now, I leave you with an invitation, a challenge to begin applying what we've discussed today in your daily lives. Take a step, no matter how small, toward facing your negative thoughts and anxiety. You don't have to be alone in this journey. Share your experience with all of us in the comments section. Understand that every step you take is a victory, a step closer to ending the darkness that clouds your mind. I believe in you and your potential. You are stronger than your fears and greater than your obstacles. We've reached the end of this video, but this is just the beginning of your journey. I want you to remember the feeling of overcoming your adversities, no matter how big they may seem. Today, we discussed ways to face negative thoughts and anxiety. Tomorrow, we can overcome even more challenges. Always remember that despite the darkness, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And if there isn't, you can be your own light. As always, I'll end with our mantra. In silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. Use it as a reminder that even in the toughest moments, there's always an opportunity for learning and growth. Don't let anxiety and negative thoughts paralyze you. Instead, use them as steps to climb toward enlightenment and wisdom. Until next time.